Welcome back to Sunday League Football, where we return to the Ted Fairchild Cup, currently in the quarter-finals and a chance to reach the semis, but to do that we're going to have to beat Staines. So for those that don't know, this cup is made up from every team in every division of our league. Starting right at the bottom in Division 4, which is where we originally started. Congratulations to Leighton Orient, by the way. Looks like they've won that league. Moving on to Division 3, which is where we got promoted from last season. It looks like Stanford Steelers have won that one, so congratulations to them too. Then you've got Division 2, which is where we currently play our football, and you'll notice that we're sitting in 4th position, the highest that we've been all season. Still plenty of games to go though, so it's impossible to say who's going to win this league. Moving on to Division 1, and you'll notice the team that's won that one is Stanford Town. We came second to them last season, but they leapfrogged Division 2 straight up to Division 1, and they're certainly showing their quality. And finally, we've got the Premier Division, the toughest league of all, and look who's sitting top of it. Staines United, our opponents for today.
Wiggity wackety shot! Boo!
Not that mob, this mob. They all look a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, and they've also got a gaffer in the middle wearing a tracksuit, jeans and pink boots. That's something to be wary of. Meanwhile, we're being a proper Sunday League team and just blasting balls at the keeper. With that in mind, let's find out who's starting today. As per usual, in between the sticks, we've got our number 1 goalkeeper, Sean. Ahead of him, back 3 of Graham, Coxey, Jamie. Left wing back, we've got Knowlesy. Right wing back, we've got Kev. In the middle, we've got Rick and Luke. Just ahead of them in the cam position, we've got Kieran. And then finally, the front 2 for today, as you can see, we've got Nick and Connor. We've got a lot of lads down today, including Aaron, Tony, Super Dan, Scottish, Liam, Toogood, and Michael, who returns to the team as well. 3 of them will be coming on today to hopefully see out the game or make an impact. So as our opponents start eyeing us up, we have a coin toss. Don't ask me to choose that, it went wrong last time. Before we get going, we just need to find Kev. Oh, there he is. And now we can get going. So for the first 5 minutes of this game, we were stuck inside our own half. We couldn't get out no matter what we tried. Every clearance would come straight back and every pass was intercepted. But even with the amount of pressure that was on us, they didn't actually carve out any chances. But the first real chance of the game come from 14's throw here as Coxey looks to intercept, but it hits his hand and that's a free kick on the edge of the box. Kev's not happy with the decision and the ref's having a word. There's a bus on a Sunday and then the free kick comes to nothing. New ball please. The pressure continues as Staines play the ball down this near side here. Number 9 does well to roll Coxey there as he makes his way down the line and in towards the box. He plays it across to number 10 who's on the edge. He takes a touch on the turn, fires it, but that's past the post. But look at this, we managed to get out our own half and it's Kev with a throw up the line towards Connor who plays it inside to Nick. Nick then plays it to Rick who plays it back first time in towards Connor. The defender looks to clear that one, but it's up rather than out and it's hanging up for a hell of a long time. It eventually comes back down. Kieran wins that header. Knowlesy with the next one, but that's just past the post as well. Here's Knowlesy bringing it out from the back now as he cuts inside a number 8 on that far side. He plays it over the halfway line up to Connor. He takes a touch and on the turn he plays it over to this near side where Kieran is. The ball's bouncing a bit and he's under pressure from 14, so he opts to stick that straight into the box. Nick's on the edge as he plays it back to Rick. He fires it first time, but the sting of the shot's taken out by the defender's tackle there. Cleared by Staines, but only as far as Coxey, who wins the ball ahead of his man. He then plays it out to Kieran with a first time flick to Luke. His touch finds Rick, who plays it back to Kev. This is good football from the boys as Kev gives it to Rick. Rick brings it out to this near side and plays it up the line. And that ball looks to be the end of that position, but Kev continues his run and keeps it in. You can't really see much here because this mob are in the way, but he manages to get the ball into the box. It's cleared by Staines here to the edge of the box where number 6 is. He lays it off for his mate, who then clears it even further. That's only as far as Rick here, who chests it down, fires a shot, but that's not going to trouble anyone. That goes out for a goal kick. Good possession by the boys though. And that possession continues as Jamie wins the ball ahead of his man, brings it forward, decides to take a shot from distance with the right. The keeper makes a good save to send that round the post and that's out for a corner. He's big and he's green and he's going to take some beating today.
Ho ho ho. Green Giant.
So it's Luke over that far side with the corner, punched out by Green Giant. Rick chases this one down and it's a nice little touch away from number 11 here to give it back to Kev. Kev then spots Nick in a little bit of space as he dinks it over the top, but it's a little bit too much and that one's going out for a goal kick. The game's certainly starting to swing in our favour as the possession continues, particularly with Connor here who just basically takes the piss. Takes the ball from 3 players and plays it up the line to Kev who touches down for Nick. Nick's looking for an overlap from Kev and he eventually gets that as he puts the ball through number 3's legs, but 14 gets there ahead of Kev and sticks that out for a throw. Nick now on this near side, long throw into the box towards Rick. The ball falls down loose to number 15 as he clears it up towards the halfway line where number 9 is. It looks like he wins his header there from Coxey as he looks to press on forward, but Graham stands his ground and makes him commit. Graham then sees the ball out and that goes out for a throw. And so the game continues as Staines look to get a bit of possession under their belts as 3 plays it down the line to 14, but he doesn't have it long as Kev comes in and wins the ball back. Nick then picks it up and plays it inside to Luke, and now we're mounting an attack as Luke plays it inside over the halfway line to Kieran. Kieran spots Knowlesy on that far side, but it hits the back of his heel and he thinks that that's over, but Connor picks it up. Knowlesy realises we've still got the ball and he's back on his skates over that far side. He sticks the ball first time into the box. Unfortunately that's over Rick's head, but the loose ball's picked up on the edge of the box by Kev on this near side. Under pressure from number 11 at this point, but he does well to take him on the outside. Number 11's tag's hanging out as Kev puts the ball into the box, but that's over everyone's heading out for a throw on the far side. Moving on, and we continue to press this Premier side as Knowlesy plays the ball up to Connor. He spots the overlap of Knowlesy as he sticks it over 18's head. Knowlesy makes his way into the box, but number 3 makes a good tackle there to send it out for a corner. Luke once again over that far side with a corner, punched away by Green Giant on the volley from Rick here. Nick then looks to be inspired by Jamie Vardy's goal against Germany, but he doesn't pull it off. If anything, it looked more like an Irish jig. But we move on, and now it's Staines that play the ball up the field. Coxie looks comfortable at this point, but I don't think he realises number 11 was behind him. 11 plays it up to 10. 10 cuts it back for 11. His tag's still out. Shaw makes a fantastic save, and number 6 puts it back into the box, but Coxie's there to clear it off the line. No Thug Life shades needed for Wayne, but we'll give him to him anyway. Moving on, it's Kev with a long ball upfield towards Kieran as he goes in for this head with Green Giant. He comes off worst and stays down. Oh no, he's kind of back up. Oh no, he's back down. Nope, he's back up. Come on, Kieran, you're sending me all over the place. Nope, we're back on the field. Cold spray to a dead leg. I think you missed a bit. You sure you done, Kieran? I'm pretty sure you missed a bit. Take this and go over it again. That's my boy around the side. Don't forget to leave some for Luke, though. He's always in need of something. Stretch it out and job's a good one. And so we continue as Luke plays it out from the back. He gives it to Kieran. I don't know if he means to miss it, but it falls to Nick. Nick then plays it up the field towards Connor. Green Giant's off his line quickly and clears it out for a throw on the near side. How's your touch? Yeah. Thrown from Kev now, and get me a pair of these. Maybe Tony has a pair, but it's thrown into the box over Nick's head. It's cleared by Staines, but only as far as Kev again. He then plays it first time up the line to Connor, and you can't see much here because this mob are in the way, but he gets fouled, and that's a free kick. And so it's Nosey that sends the ball into the box. It's a good one as it comes off of Rick into dead leg Kieran. Booyakasha! Yes! Well, there's a turn up for the books. This wasn't supposed to happen. It's like Gillingham taking the lead against Chelsea. Only difference is Chelsea ain't winning the league. It's like Gillingham taking the lead against Leicester City. Doesn't sound as glamorous though, does it? Kick-off, and 11's tag still hanging out. Green Giant now giving the ball to number 14. He plays it inside to number 3, who plays it up towards the halfway line. Luke's there to make that interception as it falls to Connor. He then takes a touch and then plays the ball back here to Kev. He then gets it under as he's under pressure from number 11, who I bet my house on has still got his tag out. Yes, he has. Kev's forced to go inside to Luke, who's tackled by number 10. Looks to be struggling there as 10 picks up the ball. But straight in there, giving him no time at all, is a tackle from Kieran as Nosey picks the ball up. It's a lovely one into the box. On the end of it is Rick for his first goal of the season. Hits it well. A little bit too well, actually. Over the bar and out for a goal kick. Goal kick's taken by Green Giant.
Good half.
Well done, Palmers!
Very good half indeed. Didn't start so well, but we came into it and we've been dominating ever since. That's 1 foot in the semi-final. Can we make it 2? Advert.
You've seen the games, you've seen the goals, you've seen the action, but it's now time to follow us on the socials. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know it makes sense.
Yeah, get over there and follow us. But in the meantime, let's crack on with the second half. So we know sitting on a 1-0 lead is always nervy and Staines are going to come at us at some point, so it's important that we go and get a second as Nick puts the ball over to Connor there. He has a great little touch to get away from number 3, but 3 does well to hold him up over that far side. Connor uses his strength to keep onto the ball as he makes his way back, then looks up, sends the ball into the box, and at the far post is Nosey. He touches it down, gets it onto his favoured left foot and puts it back into the box toward Nick. It flies past him, but Kev's in space as he shoots to make it 2.
Oh, unlucky. Nosey, good ball.
Rare chance for Staines now as number 8 flicks it over Graham's head into the path of number 9, who cuts inside of Graham, fires with the left, but that's past the post. Staines now really turning the screw, and defenders need to be on their toes, just like Coxie here to intercept this pass. And also Rick here with this challenge. But unfortunately, not all challenges are approved by the ref. And so the free kick's taken by number 3 into the box, cleared by Nick, only as far as 11 with his tag out, 18 on the volley, and that's over the bar. Yeah, that's been about an hour. The buses today are working to the second. They say NHS staff don't get enough praise, believe me. Bus drivers don't either. Staines now with some more pressure as the ball's sent up long towards number 9. He manages to keep it in and hook it away from Coxie. That then falls into the path of number 18 on the volley. It hits Kieran and falls out to number 8. On the turn, he sticks it back into the box first time. Fantastic clearance header from Coxie there, taking it away from number 18. Then he blocks the shot from number 9 and that goes out for a corner. The corner is whipped into the box. It comes off of the head of Rick. Then it's cleared out for a throw on this near side by Jamie. Wayne's in the way as the throw comes in. It's a lovely little turn from 18 there as he fizzes the ball across goal, but no one gets on the end of it and that's out for a throw on the far side. Time for the first sub of the game and it's Nick that's making way for Michael. Good to see him back. And Michael gets involved straight away as Rick puts this ball over the top. It hits him on the side to take it away from number 3. Then he brings it forward, fires it, but he scuffs that one and that goes wide of the goal. Michael calls him mischief again as Jamie throws the ball down the line. He looks to chest it, but it's a shove in the back from number 5 and that's a free kick. Free kick's taken by Luke. It's not the best delivery, but luckily it comes off of the Staines defender and that goes out for a corner. Mike whips the ball into the box from the corner. On the end of it is Kieran, but the Staines defender beats him to that one. It reaches Rick on the edge of the box, who sends it straight back in. Cleared once again, this time by number 11. It picked up by number 14. He handballs it and that's brought back for another free kick. Now if we cast ourselves back to last week, you would notice that this is set up very similar. We all know what happened there.
Oh!
So Nosey, do us a favour, grab us a second and see us through to the semi-final.
Oh, fucking hell.
Alright, we move on. And it's with Luke on this near side who plays it up to Jamie. And it's a lovely ball with the outside of his foot into the box. Defender clears, but only as far as Connor. On the volley, not the best connection, but it's left for the defender to clear it again. This time it's Kev on the volley, but that's just past the post again. Are we going to regret not taking any of these chances? I hope not. And it's a bit of a blow because Kieran's had to come off now with that dead leg. Connor drops into the cam position while Too Good goes up front with Michael. Luke's also injured too, and he's making way for Super Dan to sit in that CDM role. It's important to not sit back though. We've got to keep up the high pressure, and hopefully the new fresh legs will do that. And that's exactly what Michael's just done as he gets away from number 3 there. He's in on goal, lobs the keeper.
Oh, is it the post?
That's right, Andrew, he's hit the post and another chance goes missing. Now, unfortunately, I can't explain what happens here, other than the keeper kicks it out and then...
Orange ball!
What's that?
What?
I think somebody said something to the ref. He didn't seem too happy, and it's an indirect free kick to us just over the halfway line. Touch. And so it's Connor that whips that one in towards the penalty spot. Rick's running behind, but the defender gets there ahead of him. That goes out for a corner. Corner's whipped in by Knowlesy. Green Giant gets a hand to it, and that's headed out for another corner by number 12. Mike whips it in from this side, and it's the Staines defender that heads it towards the penalty spot. Great strength from Connor here with the acrobatics, but that's wide of the goal. Long clearance from number 3 up the field. Cox is slipped there, and number 18's through on goal. Sean's very slow off his line. He flicks the ball past Sean, runs into him. There's penalty appeals all round, but it's not given. Jamie's got his back to goal at this point. He's under pressure from number 9, picked up by number 11, and then it's eventually cleared by Graham. Now this lot are in the way. Here comes another wave of pressure from Staines as number 5 throws it up to number 2, flicks it away from Rick, and then he puts the ball into the box, and it's a great one as well as number 18's free on the volley, but it wasn't a great connection, and that goes wide of the goal. We're nearing the end of the game, and this lot are in the way now. Can't really see much, but what I can tell you, it's a corner. Unfortunately, no one listens to Andrew when he calls them, so he took measures into his own hands and put the camera a little bit more forward. And so it's time to run the clock down a bit as Michael plays it into Knowlesy. Number 8 comes in, puts it out for a throw. Their lino obviously flags a throw to them, but the worst part is the ref actually believes him. Anyway, we move on, and the throw's taken into number 8, who flicks it onto where Rick is. He can't quite get there, and he sends the ball up to where 18 is, who flicks it onto number 9. Graham's there with a head to send it back. Rick then looks to pick it up, and he's almost sandwiched, and that's a free kick to us. Here's Jamie now taking that free kick, dinking it down the line to where Rick is. He chests it down, under pressure from number 5 and number 8 here, but still managed to hang on to the ball. He gets away from him, but then he loses out to the defender here, but his clearance only goes as far as Kev. Kev looks to bring it out to this near side once again, but he loses out to a great tackle from number 2. 5 now with the long ball up the field, but once again that's cut out by Graham. It's turning into that kind of game where it's just clearances left, right and centre. His clearance finds Mike as he looks to go over to that far side now. He's got number 3 holding him up, and 11 is bearing down on him as well, but Mike looks to get past him at this point, and somehow, some way, the ref blows up for a free kick to them. The free kick's taken by Green Giant, but it's not the best, and that goes out for a throw on the far side. So it's Kev with the throw, up to Mike. Slight push in the back there from number 3, and 15 picks up the loose ball. Good pressure from the boys, not even letting them clear it as 14 picks it up and plays it out to that far side where 3 is, and then... So there you have it. Very, very proud of all the boys today. Everyone looked at this fixture and wrote us off, but we turned up, got our heads down and played some football. And it just goes to show with a little bit of teamwork, you can achieve some great results. And that's exactly what we did today. And because of that, we find ourselves in the semi-final of the Ted Fairchild Cup. Standing in our way of the cup final was East Tilbury and Linford, a team that were beaten twice this year in the league, but we won't be underestimating them. We know on their day they can turn anyone over, and they'll be definitely looking for revenge after we've done the double over them this season. So that is actually our next game, and I hope at the end of next week's video I'm going to be telling you that we're going to be in a cup final. But until then, we'll just have to wait and see. But thank you as always for your support, and we'll see you in the next one. Something else that's slightly different today is we're actually putting the posts up. We're usually blessed with turning up to our home ground, and the goals are already up for us. Hello, Dan. So this for us is a very rare occasion. However, for the majority of Sunday League teams, this is just a normal thing. Bish, bash, bosh.